The legislators here? Show them in, and then go find somewhere else to be. You were dismissed for the evening. That's an order. I've been looking forward to handling this conversation personally.
Legislator, what an absolute pleasure. Good night, Captain. Goodbye. Oh, breaking in new staff. You know how it is. Always such a pain to convince them that you aren't some kind of drooling infant to be gently shepherded down the path of less resistance. That you are, in fact, in command and expect your orders to be obeyed. It's how late? Ah, my goodness. Look at the time. It flies so fast when there's so much work to be done. I suppose you think I should thank you, legislator, for coming to my chambers so very, very late. Oh, why yes, that's correct. You didn't have a choice. As the new recognized official marshal of Her Galactic Majesty's hose and tenth in line to the throne, that does come with grace and favored chambers here in the Imperial Palace. Necessary for the important work I'll be doing personally for the Empress. Oh, and I now have the legal authority to summon any member of the government to report to me immediately and without question to these rooms at any hour at my pleasure. No, it's not a literal hose. The Empress does not garden or... It's a traditional title, as you know perfectly well. You love throwing act and subsection in my face. Don't pretend like you don't know what the Marshal of Her Majesty Hose does in the century of the Black Hole Space Koala. The Marshal of Her Galactic Majesty Hose also does not have authority over what creature the century is named after. What I do have authority over now is you. That's true, darling, or at least that was true up through last week. Alas, my superior rank was clipped by the unfortunate accident of your political title. Fine. Your election to political title, you commoners are always so hung up on the little things like elections and accomplishments and blah blah blah. Ephemeral trophies that fade away in the cold march of history. Nothing compared to the power of a name, a dynasty, a lineage. History is moving all right, darling. Moving exactly the way I always knew it would. You little people, you think in the short term and weeks, maybe months, sometimes maybe even a year or two, you've been flaunting your little patch of power, throwing it in my face, mocking me in your speeches as you blocked every bill I sent down. Oh, you enjoyed it, didn't you? Performing to the press with all those passionate speeches and big words, delighting that you could put up a royal in her place. Isn't that right? You didn't see this coming, did you? You know what? I'll give you that one, legislator. As short-sighted and ruinous as your agenda may be, you really are trying to do something for your people. Oh, that's not a compliment. It's a fact. I've had my people looking into you since you first stood for election. That's why I've asked you here tonight. Why don't we step out on the balcony? Did I stutter? Come outside or stand there like an idiot. I don't care. It is beautiful, yes. Thousands of stars, hundreds of worlds, all bound together in beautiful order under my family's watchful eye. No, that's a shame, legislator. You should crave a minute or two out of that busy schedule of yours for the occasional bit of stargazing, because you aren't seeing the big picture. It takes time to build something like this, not weeks or months or even years. I am part of an unbroken line that is enacting a work of centuries, millennia. And I am so very sad, legislator, that work has made me your enemy, when deep down we want the same thing. What's best for your people? What's best for my people? What's best for us all? We should be allies, legislator, maybe even friends. There are so many advantages to being my friend. No, I'm not offering my support of your motion to discontinue the present labor arrangements in the Rex Belt. Slavery is a ridiculous exaggeration. You and I both know people are signing these contracts willingly, and that these companies have the obligation to offset the cost of supporting labor force. I'm not here to argue with you about the details. Really? And how is it my perspective that's skewed? Oh, you think I'm so busy staring up at the stars that I don't see what's happening on the ground? All right. I don't think I'm swaddling myself in luxury, but I can see how it sounds like I'm dismissing the suffering in the Erectus Belt as a detail. That was a bad choice of word. Let's take another look at that motion of yours. Sit with me. No trick. We're having a conversation, legislator. Sit down. Drink some tea while I refresh my memory here, unless you taking a moral stand against sitting comfortably and talking reasonably to high-ranking government officials. Good. Too late. I'll approve of you if I like. Perhaps there is something we can work together on here on this motion. You're looking at me so suspiciously, legislator. Must my motivations be so suspected? Can't I just have been convinced by your passionate defense under the undefended? Fine. I'll support your motion to unwind the Erex's contracts, and in return you will withdraw your objection to my bill regarding the tax allocations to the Crown from corporate profits. It'll be a 1-2 punch, both of us sticking it to the man. I'm the man too. Very well. I'm the man. The corporate organizations are the man. I hate to break it to you, legislator, but you're the man too now. Oh no, you have power now. Power and connections. Who knows who is really behind you, what you're really trying to accomplish? Look at you, denouncing me in public and then taking separatist meetings in the middle of the night on my balcony. Of course, this is a trap, legislator. Of course you and yours will declaim you were ordered to my rooms, but that won't stop the rumors, the stories. If those hungry journalists you love to feed get the right images of you sipping tea from those Imperium stamped tea saucers, who knows what images might get out if we can't agree to see eye to eye on certain matters. Sit back down, legislator. I said sit down. Oh, my dear legislator, do you think I haven't had any combat training? Strength enhancers? A millennium of the warrior arts reserved to the royal family? Ugh. Keep struggling if you like. It will look wonderful for the cameras, you withering beneath me on my balcony floor. Nobody but us knows I've got your wrists pinned to the concrete beneath the silk carpets. That's why I wore this robe with the extra long sleeves. Oh, sweet thing. You don't have a choice. I mean, it's impressive you've avoided entanglements as long as you have, but somebody like you doesn't last long before you're under someone's thumb. Be grateful it's me. Frankly, there have been others in my family sniffing around you as useful catpaw for their schemes. I at least am willing to throw in a regular supply of carrots instead of just beating you with all the sticks at my command. I want you to be happy in our new arrangement, sweetheart. I meant what I said. You'll enjoy being my friend. Friend, pawn, whatever. So, you'll withdraw your objection to increasing the portion of the tax revenue flowing to the crown? Blackmail is the least of what I can do to you now, my little space koala. You want me to spell it out? You do? Right into what microphone? Why, you sneaky little... Oh, shut up. Obviously it was broadcasting. To where? To whom? For you to know, and for me to find out. So, you aren't above a little black mound of your own. Alright, legislator. Well played. I guess you're free to... What do you mean? What deal? That's an interesting offer, but I could not possibly throw my support behind your motion for the Erex's filters for anything less than the full 2% of revenue increase that I proposed. 0.8%? Outrageous! Try 1.8. 1.7, and the royals will personally see the Erex's filters recompensed. 1.5, and I'll give you the names of the other royals sniffing around you for comfort. Then your terms are agreeable, legislator. It's Lady Waystorm and that little bitch Groft you need to look out for. Groft has bought off your press secretary, you know. Groft, Prince of Eastor. I guess that's the family nickname. Anyways, as a show of good faith, I will make the first public move tomorrow morning to announce my support. I expect you to reply within 48 hours, or this deal is null and void. Fair? Then so be it. What a pleasure to legislate with you. Oh, that's right. You can't leave, can you? Not until I formally dismiss you. That's true. Our business is concluded, but you played your hand, legislator. The microphone is destroyed, and here you stand, all flushed and disheveled. At my command and at my mercy. This must be what they mean when they talk about power corrupting. I'm having some very corrupting ideas about what to do with you now. Stars eternal, look at you blush. Too adorable. On your way, my legislator. We'll call this round a draw, but I do look forward to the next time our blades crossed. I got my eye on you, always.
Captain. Yes, it's the Princess and Marshal. Report back to my chambers at once. Yes, I did dismiss. But we need to have a conversation about visitors, security, and private broadcasting devices smuggled into my chambers.